Gatorade. It's not Coke Zero, but it's got electrolytes. Woo! What movie is that from? But it's got electrolytes. If you know what movie that's from, put it down in the comments. That was a hilarious movie. I just found out about that movie in the last couple years. I said something about Gatorade, and someone said, it's got electrolytes. And I'm like, what? And they said, you haven't seen that movie? I watched it. It was quite funny. It was quite funny. All right, guys. I have been busy, and I am just so thankful. Oh, so thankful. I started out the morning out in the gravel with solar panels. That's right. Carrying solar panels, laying them out in the gravel under the morning sun. But once I got the panels out there, I started getting all these channels and clamps. These are solar clamps. And I am under the gazebo. And I've got picnic tables. Hopefully you've seen the videos of putting the gazebo up and these picnic tables and the gravel up here. It rained again, guys. We had a half inch of rain yesterday. Yesterday we had a half inch of rain. It's just a muddy mess. But I've got gravel. I ain't gonna tell you how much gravel, because no one wants to know again how much gravel I got. But luckily I'm staying mud free to the most part. I've got to go out to some areas and get things, but I'm mostly staying mud free. I gotta have another drink, guys. Sorry. But I am mounting clamps. I'm putting these big channels together. This thing is probably 13 feet long or something like that. I got 26 of them to splice together to make 13 beams, each one with 8 clamps. There are 8 bolts that splice them together. Each clamp has 4 bolts, and that is 4 times 8, 36. 36 plus 8, oh my gosh, 46, 50 roughly times 13. That's just on these beams. Just on these beams. This is a bag. I got a jar of dirt. No. That's Captain Jack Sparrow on Pirates of the Caribbean. This isn't a jar of dirt. This is a bag of self-tapping screws. M6.3 times 16 to be precise. And I've got multiple bags of these. This is just one small bag. Of course, I've broken drill bits. Had to use my little vice grips to get them out. Got my handy dandy cobalt drill, handy dandy cobalt impact, and I am getting it done. I do have some good news. My Uncle Sonny, y'all know Uncle Sonny, he is going to be able to come over, and this is a perfect job to have him help me with. So not tomorrow, Sunday, but Monday, he's going to come over and I've got to wash all these. Remember how muddy they were? The reason I'm doing 2 of them first, 4 beams put together to make 2, I've got to get a bunch of measurements. That's why I had the solar panels out on the gravel behind you. I got to get a bunch of measurements. So once I get the measurements, I'll know exactly where to put each clamp, and then I'll know how far apart the beams have to go. Okay, that's very, very critical, because you can't, if you go too far, if you start too soon, you'll run off. If you start too late, you'll have a big old piece hanging off of the big C channels on top of the solar carport. So lots of mathification going on today and tomorrow. So, and then Monday, Uncle Sonny's going to come over here. A lot of people are saying, Tim, where's your excuse me, where's your son? My son's actually on the beach in Alabama with his mama and their side of the family. I believe my sister and granddaughter, grandson are there. I do not believe Tyler, my oldest son, got to go, but they do a summer trip, family trip, grandparents and all that, usually once a year. So they're down in Alabama. He's also taking 2 summer classes for college, 2 really hard classes. But he will be coming down here. I believe he says his last test is the 28th, and he'll be down here hopefully the 28th after that to help me on the 29th, 30th, 1st, because I got lots of young college boy muscle jobs for him to do. Yeah, but Uncle Sonny's going to come down Monday Grandma Carol will probably be up here helping as well. She wants to be helpful. But this is a perfect thing for them to do, help me with, because it's under the gazebo. We got shade. I've got water from the well. I got Gatorade. I got the Blue Eddy in the power shed with solar powering it. So we got nice cold beverages. But lots going on. A lot of y'all in my video yesterday when I walked around showing you the preparations mentioned a couple things. Mentioned, Tim, you did not say where the, or if you got porta potties. I did get porta potties. I said it in a previous video. Did not say it in that video. I should have. I do not know exactly where the porta potty is going to go. I know where the food's going to be, and I'll probably put one right over there. That way it's close to the activities, but not too close to smell it and the way the wind blows. And I'll probably put one over there. So I'll probably have one over here by the fire pit, and then one back over there where the tent campers and the water slide are going to be. That way they'll be, equal distances apart, and no matter which side of the top of the ridge you're on, you'll have a porta potty and a hand wash station. A lot of y'all were concerned about the J-bolts sticking up out of the foundation for safety for the kids. You're gonna have to watch a RidgeLife video. I may have taken care of that. Lots of other really good suggestions, and I appreciate those greatly. Guys, it is 94 degrees right now and 109 heat index. 109 heat index. And this shirt is white, actually. Y'all were saying, Tim, you need to wear a white shirt. It's dirt and sweat. It's not white, it's gray, actually. I do have sunblock on. I've got a bug spray on to keep the horseflies are just tearing me up here. But so I'm taking the precautions, taking lots of water breaks, supplementing with some electrolytes. I've only had one Coke Zero today. One Coke Zero. I had 2 cups of coffee this morning. I had to do some editing and I talked to David from Come On Homesteading. I got up at 6:30. I've been getting up at 6:30 every day, working to about 6:30 every night. 12 hours. I've been working 12 hours a day for a while now. Meredith, my girlfriend, she's down in Huntsville, Alabama at a dance competition. So I didn't get to see her all weekend. I haven't seen her since, oh my goodness, last Tuesday when we had the failed RidgeLife Live, the giveaway. So I'm going to try to be doing that giveaway. She's hopefully going to come over here Tuesday night and we'll do it with Wi-Fi. So she'll get to help with that giveaway. Either way, I'm doing the giveaway Tuesday night here on the Ridge, okay? So we'll be doing a giveaway for the 40,000 subscriber celebration and 10,000 subscriber on this channel, 40,000 over there. Yeah, but Meredith's at the dance competition. She'll be coming back tomorrow, Sunday. And I'm going to go see her Sunday night to be the first time I see her. And then I've got to come back over here bright and early Monday morning to be with Uncle Sonny to start back on these channels. I've got to get them all washed off. I know I'm washing them this time because I didn't wash the steel up on the solar carport and y'all got mad at me. But I'm washing these down. I got to wash all 26 of them. And get those prepped up, get everything prepped up when Uncle Sonny gets here, and he can help start getting all that done, and which will really help me out because, I got one done, and it's taken me a long time. Of course, I had to do a lot of prep work and measuring and know where I need to mount these things. So now I'll just get them all cleaned up, get all the materials ready, and I gotta once I get these 2 rails done, I can get over there and get on that solar panels and get the rest of the calculation. That's what tomorrow is going to be. A lot of lifting in the sun because I won't be over here in the shade. I'm going to be out there in the sun. But speaking of Meredith and her daughter at the dance competition, there is some terrible news. Her dance studio in a small town here in West Tennessee suffered a devastating loss. You guys know we had 5 inches of rain last weekend, then we had 2.5 inches, and then 2 inches, and then a half inch yesterday. Well, that little town flooded. Okay, and I mean it flooded like towns should not flood. I mean, because this is in town. It's very close to, very close, not right next to, but it's close to where Meredith lives. And this is the dance studio that her daughter goes to, and it flooded out, guys. It flooded out with over $50,000 in flood damage. And guess what? They don't have flood insurance because it's not. It wasn't a flood. It wasn't a flood. They didn't. They were not in a floodplain, I don't guess, or flood zone. It was in town. It was in a town. Anyway, over $50,000 in damages from the flood, and these girls are just devastated. You know, they're off on the trip right now, and they get a call from back home. You know, the teachers and everything. They're down in Huntsville, and they get a call saying everything was destroyed. All your carpet, your mats, your you know, because they do cheer, they do tumble, they do dance, they do ballet, they do tap. It was a very, you know, they do all kinds of stuff there, and it's just a really good cultural center for that little small town. People from all over go to their little, and again, it's not a big giant company. It's just a little small dance studio. Well, Meredith, my girlfriend, she has set up a GoFundMe to help support them. And she sent me the link, and I gave a little. And one thing I noticed with GoFundMe, I don't know if you noticed this, if you look, when you give an amount, there'll be a GoFundMe tip added to it. I'm like, GoFundMe tip? Why would I want to tip GoFundMe? Well, you can click on modify tip, and you can take that to 0. So you're not giving GoFundMe extra money. You know, they're going to take their fees or however they GoFundMe does it. You know, I don't want to give them extra. But you can do some research on that. So even if you have nothing to give or whatever, I'm going to put the link to the GoFundMe down in the description of this video. Matter of fact, I may pin it to the top comment. And if you can click on that, maybe share it on your social media, saying these girls are devastated. They really, need this cultural location for their summer, for their lives. It's a really good thing for these girls. Some girls are challenged. They have physical and mental challenges, and this dance really helps them. Right? It gets the energy out, gets them focused, helps with their social interactions. So it's not just a extracurricular activity for a lot of these girls. It's actually therapy for a lot of them. So again, I'll put the link down for the GoFundMe, and if you don't like GoFundMe and you don't like doing fundraisers and you don't like, no worries. Not going to bother me a bit, okay? But if you do want to support Meredith's daughter and all the girls up there at, I believe it's Show Stars, again, the link will be down in the description, and I'll try to remember put it in the top comment. If you're also, I shared it on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page. So there is just so much going on. And to take a moment to think about those girls and what they're going through, just kind of puts it in perspective for me. I'm out here baking in the sun, and their place of practice is just destroyed by water. I'm up here high on the ridge. You know, I get water and it just runs downhill. I got downhill. I got 80-foot valleys down behind me. There, it goes down 80 foot back there, right now, way down there. Hopefully DD5 don't get lost, because it goes way down. I mean, it goes way down over there. It's a gradual drive up to the ridge from Grandma Carol's. You know, my little S-curve, it's a gradual. Remember David walking up it, he got winded because it doesn't look like it's too steep, but you're just going up 80 feet, you know, from there to here. Probably 100 feet elevation change over to the top peak over there. Again, I'm not in the mountains of Arkansas or West Virginia or Colorado. This is West Tennessee rolling hills, but I am up on a ridge. Okay, that's why we call it Ridge Life. Ding. Whew. Getting a little delirious, guys. Hopefully you can't hear me drinking. I know the mic's very. Some people don't like to hear drinking. There's a term for that, and I forgot what it is. I know I slurp my coffee. I wasn't slurping that though. All right, guys. I love every single one of you. I got to get back to work. I got one more of these beams to splice together, put the clamps on, then I got to take it over there, and that'll probably be the end of today. And then I'll get up bright and early. I'll put those solar panels on these beams, take the measurements, And then I got to get up on top of the solar carport and take the long C-channel. Those beams are over 40 feet long and 20 some odd feet in the air. I got to get on top and I got to measure those. That way I know where the starting point needs to be. Yeah. Some people mention that, Tim, you like numbers, don't you? I'm a little OCD. And like, we don't need to tell us how many bolt holes you missed, or how many bolts you installed, or how many clamps you have, or how long the C-channel is. I just do. David was making fun of me this morning about, I said I got 1,500 more screws and bolts to put in, at least 1,500. He's like, always got to tell me the number, don't you? I said, well, sometimes you got to be proud of the number because it's a lot of work and effort. But guys, I love every single one of you. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. Hit that notification bell right down there. Make it solid to be notified anytime a new video comes out on RidgeLife Ramblings. You got to do it on RidgeLife to do RidgeLife. You got to do it on RidgeLife Reviews and How-Tos and RidgeLife Lessons from the Ridge. If you want to support show stars, go check out the little Gofundme down there. I would appreciate it. Thank you very much. Not required, but just be a kind gesture for the girls. If you want to just give $1, that'd be fine, $5 or more. But guys, I love every single one of you, and hopefully you have a blessed day. Keep rambling and go Ridge Life.